Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to our channel today. I appreciate you all being here. And if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome. It's good to have you. And our topic for you today is how to reduce overhead costs in your gym. How to reduce overhead costs in your gym, the gym business guide for you. So we want to reduce our overhead. Now, before we get into our topic, a quick reminder to all that my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions, all across the globe. And the best way I can do that is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, when you choose to like the videos, when you choose to offer comments, when we appreciate those, and when you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, now would be a great time to do it. Please hit that subscribe button. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business that next level, and additional ways you can choose to support the channel, please check out those links below. And before we get into our topic, we're heading into a time of the year when people are ready to expand, they're ready to grow. And if you're an existing gym operator, you're looking to add additional marketing, you're looking to add additional staff, you're looking to bring in some new equipment, or if you're looking to open a new facility, the common denominator is everyone's going to need funding to get this done. We can help provide funding for you for up to $400,000 with a minimum credit score of 680 or better in each credit bureau, and a minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the two previous years. And even if you think you may not quite be there, my message to you is, when in doubt, apply. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a soft credit pull, so there's no effect on that. We can help you get funding to help take your business to that next level. So with that said, let's jump into our topic: how to reduce gym overhead costs. How to reduce our overhead costs. So I want to give you some things to think about. This is typically one of the biggest concerns of a lot of gym owners, a lot of gym operators, and even if you're getting into the business, we don't want to choke it off, but we want to make sure that we're running a nice tight schedule on this. So number one, review your monthly overhead. Every month review this. And you might even, in some cases, review it even more often than that, depending on what it is. But review your monthly overhead cost. It's amazing how many folks don't do this, and it creeps up on you and gets out of hand. I remember going into a group one time. I was doing an on-site analysis for them, and they weren't making money. Things weren't working like they wanted, and so we're looking at it, okay? And they had a little home office area. I remember walking in there and opened up a big closet door, and they had more office supplies in there than probably you'd find at the local Office Max, okay? They had way, way, way overspent on this. And so I knew right there that they were not tracking this kind of thing. And also, when it comes to monthly overheads, make sure we're really monitoring our marketing. What's our cost per call? What's our cost per show? What's our cost per sale? Do we know our cost per sale? Do we know what that return is on those marketing dollars? So be reviewing your cost every single month. Make this a priority for you. Number two, brainstorm with employees. This is an asset that you want to utilize. Your people are your brand. Your people are your most valuable asset. Brainstorm. Get their ideas. You'll be surprised what they come up with. But I can share something with you on this, okay, is when you're brainstorming with employees, think about compensating them to help you control cost. Certain rules and regulations, we don't want to choke this thing. That's not the idea, okay? Choking is as bad as overspending. But let's just say you've got someone who's running your front desk. And let's just say you've allocated $4,000 a month in payroll. And let's just say you let the manager know, hey, whatever amount you come in under that $4,000, we're going to give you 50% of that as a bonus. And so it's a $4,000 budget. Just for the sake of this conversation, let's just say they only spend $3,000. So they saved the company $1,000 on the budget. They just got a $500 bonus. And that could mean something as simple as, oh yeah, you don't need to come in today. We're covered. we've got an exchange trainer going to help cover the front. Or you can leave an hour early. You don't need to stick around. There's nobody here. We don't need two people at the front. There can be a lot of things in there just in terms of how we manage this thing. But you want to get your staff on board. But brainstorm with them and come up with ways where you can actually incentivize them based on performance to earn more money based on making good decisions. To help control costs. Number 3, evaluate your staff. Okay, the other side of that, evaluate your staff. This is something I do when I come into an operation and we're doing a turnaround. What I'm looking for, who's productive, who's not. Who's productive, who's not. We have to be productive. We have to be productive. There's just no getting around it. Okay, and it doesn't mean that maybe necessarily you fire that person, but maybe you reassign them to another area. Okay, or when a person leaves, maybe we combine duties or something. Okay, but reevaluate your staff, evaluate your staff, make sure that everyone is being productive. And one of the things I like to do when it comes to, we're kind of talking, controlling our and reducing our overhead costs, but also having pay for performance options for everybody that works there. Number 4, go paperless. If we're not already doing that, we need to do that one. Okay, that one should be relatively simple, but go paperless. Let's reduce the amount of paper that we use. Let's start saving some money, saving some cost, and the more you can do that, the more you can go electronic, and even the more you can automate, it's going to save you a lot. Number 5, now this is one that doesn't get thought about enough, but reevaluate your space. Reevaluate your space. I'm talking about your location. And so here's what we look at maturity, depending on how long you've been around. But I like to see at maturity, I'm going to call it a year. If you're new, I'm kind of looking at a year on this. I like to see your rent at 15% of revenue. Okay. And so if your payroll's at 40, that's at 15. Now we spent 55%. Everything else is 15%. Now you've got a nice profit margin. One of the problems that happens with some clubs is the rent is 30%, 40%, 50% of our revenues, and it's a killer going in. Okay, so we need to look at this. So evaluate your space, and you're probably not going to be able to renegotiate that. If you sign something, and certainly if you personally guaranteed it, they're probably not going to renegotiate it. However, what you can do is do some sublets. Maybe you get maybe a local cheerleading group wants to sublet, a local ballroom dancing group wants to sublet, maybe Taekwondo, maybe Verizon Wireless like to put a little office inside your gym, maybe a chiropractor would like an office. You can have rent-paying trainers, and what you can do, you can effectively bring your rent down. So let's just say your rent's $10,000. I can do some sublets for $5,000. My effective rent now is $5,000. Maybe now I'm hitting that 15% instead of it being 30%. Okay, so reevaluate your space. There's really some things you can do here that can really make a difference, and assign somebody. That's their job. There's a lot of folks that would love to be in your gym, because your customer. I mean, typically the gym customer, a lot of discretionary income, well educated, they're out doing things, going to restaurants, they're busy folks. This is who your customer wants. You might have local car dealerships. You might sell sponsorships. Sponsor your free weight room, sponsor your advanced training area, sponsor a bike in the spin room. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do with that space that can really generate revenue and to effectively, drive down that cost. Okay. Number 6, this is a common one too, but shop around for insurance. And with that said, check out our links below. We got a link for you below on insurance with the commercial insurance folks. Check that thing out. Shop around, doesn't cost you anything. Take a look and get some quotes. But this is something that will also creep up on you. Okay, you might even find when you're shopping that around, that very company you're with might have something a little better than what you're currently utilizing. So make sure we're doing that. And then finally on my list, and this is probably on everybody's list, that reduce energy consumption. Reduce energy consumption. Have audits done. Take a look at different ways you can do this. But what can our behavior be like? I can recall driving by gyms, not even clients, or maybe a place I work out at, or just a place that's out there, and it's, after hours, it's dark out, but every light in the building's on. Okay, reduce energy consumption, really get a focal point on doing that. And some of these things, depending on what you like to do, ways that you can incentivize employees to help you do some of this. So what we're trying to do here is reduce our overhead costs. There's probably not a business out there that shouldn't be looking at this, because every bit you can reduce it, that goes straight to your bottom line. That's what you're trying to do. So how to reduce overhead costs, 7 ideas. Take a look at them, see if this can help you improve the margins in your business. So folks, again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here at the channel today. And a reminder, my focus, my mission here in the channel is I want to be able to provide as much information as I can to as many people as I can, across all regions. And the best way I can do this is when you choose to subscribe to the channel, you choose to like the videos, you choose to offer comments, which we appreciate, and you choose to share the information. So if you've not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. And then to learn more about me, learn more about my company and how we can help take your business to that next level, check out those links below. Additionally, you can check out links on different ways you can choose to support the channel. And final reminder to all, for you folks that are looking to expand, you're looking to grow heading into a busy selling season, you want to add marketing, you want to add equipment, you want to add staff, or you're looking to open up a new facility, you're going to need funding. We can help you with it. We can help you with funding up to $400,000. Minimum credit scores of 680 or better in all 3 bureaus. Minimum income of $50,000 per year each of the 2 previous years. My mantra on this is when in doubt, apply. Even if you don't quite hit some of those, apply anyway. It costs you nothing. There's no risk. It's a soft pull on the credit, because we have had a lot of folks that have been approved that their credit was pretty good. They didn't quite meet the income requirements just because they were writing things off and things like that, but they were still able to get approved for funding. So when in doubt, apply. It's no risk. And if that one doesn't fit for you, we have other options as well. Check out those links below. Check out our website at fmconsulting.net, and we look forward to seeing you all in that next video.